Hello, all my little weirdos, and welcome back to Freaky Fridays, where each week I bring you along on a tale of a legendary ghostie. This episode, we are taking a trip to Mexico to meet this ghostie, but make sure you bring some tissues with you because this gal is said to be dressed in all white, hangs out by the river, and is almost always crying. Why is she crying? That's because she murdered her children. So let me introduce to you Maria, aka La Llorona, aka the Weeping Woman. This ghostie is considered to be a folklore and it doesn't have a specific time frame that this story took place in. However, this campfire story has been known to be written as far back as the mid 1500s. And the only known factor about Maria's early life that seems to be consistent throughout all of the different versions of the story is that she grew up in poverty. And as the story goes, once upon a time, a wealthy Spanish ranchero came to Maria's village, and it was game over when he laid eyes on her. She was so beautiful, he just had to have her. Maria was believed to be in her late teens, early 20s at that point. They end up getting married and having twin boys. Happy ending, right? Wrong. One of the interpretations of the story says that Maria's husband traveled a lot for work, leaving her at home with the boys for long periods of time. Unfortunately, over time, Mr. Wealthy lost interest in his wife and would more often than not want nothing to do with her when he would come home. He put all of his focus on his children. They were literally everything to him. His work trips became longer and longer, and eventually he just stopped coming home, leaving Maria at home with their two sons. Maria spotted her husband in town one day with a younger woman on his arm, and Sis was crushed. In a heated rage, she rushed home and decided to take away the one thing that her estranged husband's life revolved around: his children. She led her two sons to the river and held them down until their life slipped away from them. Her rage immediately turned into remorse. Her husband left her for a younger woman. Her children were gone because of her. She basically had nothing left to live for. So she took her own life in the same river she drowned her children in. And listen, I am all for scaring the crap out of kids so they act right, and that is just what most Hispanic families do with this campfire story. It is believed that if you get close enough to a river at night, you can hear the weeping of a woman that lures you closer, kind of like the song of a siren. And the weeping turns into a screech, and you are snatched up by La Llorona and drowned. It is said that when Maria died, she was denied access to heaven until she found the souls of her children, being forced to roam the earth looking for her babies. She is also said to lure children to her thinking they were hers, and when she gets her hands on them and finds out that they're not hers, she goes into a fit of rage all over again and drowns them. Although this story is told to children to keep them from staying out after dark, adults aren't safe either. She also lures adults to her, mainly men, and drowns them as well, with the grudge that she holds for her husband that left her. So, moral of the story: stay away from bodies of water at night, and if you hear a woman weeping in the dark, run and don't look back. So, that is the story of Maria, aka La Llorona, the Weeping Woman. If you have any other ghosties that you would like for me to do an episode on, drop a comment below. I am always willing to get down and dirty and do the research so I can tell y'all all about it. So until next time, bye.